Hi guys, we're finally out on location. So in this stunning village of Lower Slaughter, which is just down the road from my studio, and it's one of my favourite locations to shoot. And we've got Hannah back with us today wearing this amazing green dress, and we're going to be doing a series of videos for you of working with natural light. So our first video is going to be using a 5-in-1 Newer 110cm reflector. Now, we're not sponsored by Newer, but we wanted to show you how these 5-in-1 reflectors work. So as well as I am shooting, John's going to be also holding this reflector in place. So first of all, because I've forgotten my camera strap, I've got to hold this carefully in place. I'm just going to pop this down, and what we get is a round reflector like so. And what we also get is a black side, a silver side, a white side, and a gold side. And what we're going to be doing is doing a series of photos with John holding this reflector in place and seeing which side gives us the best results, and some tips using this reflector. So John, can I get you in? So first of all, we've got a very, very strong backlight with the sun here, and you can see that Hannah is very much in shadow here. So what we're needing to do is bounce some of this sunlight back into Hannah. And as we're working with very, very clear sky, we've got very, very hard light today. So when John bounces this reflector, the first tip I can give you, try not to blind your model with these reflectors. Hopefully John's going to bounce this back towards Hannah. So John, I think you're going to need to be here, and then you're going to bounce it towards Hannah. You're going to need to be, so I can see, yeah, there. Okay, but we're going to try this lower. Okay. And there we go. Okay, so as you can see, try not to fall in the river. Okay, we don't want to be blinding Hannah. We just want this to fill in that shadow side. Now it is a little bit windy, so John's going to have to really hold this reflector in place, and we're already laughing watching him doing it. So regarding camera settings, I am going to be using my exposure meter for this, but I am going to be shooting at an aperture 2.8 and 100 ISO, because we've got this bright sunlight. I don't need to be shooting at a high ISO, and my shutter speed is going to vary based on the exposure of Hannah. So I've got a 24 to 70mm lens. I'm just going to shoot Hannah behind this stunning mill we did have here, and we're just going to try the silver side first. So we can grab that actually there. Perfect. So John's just going to hold that in place. He's going to get a lovely shot there. Yeah, there we go. So it's just going to be a little bit tricky getting. And if I can just get Hannah also looking into camera as well, that'd be amazing. And we're just going to get some wonderful shots there. So as this is silver, can you just see we do get quite a harsh reflection coming back? So we are noticing a significant difference there as well. In terms of framing, I'm just going to get this bridge in as our foreground with Hannah on, and then this mill behind. I'm going to try and use Hannah to block out these signs as well. I'm just going to try that as we go on through this shoot. So those are coming out really nicely there. Some great results. John's done a brilliant job holding that reflector.
Very hard.
Yeah, it's very, very hard. John's actually saying there, and yeah, we've got some really great results there. So what this side of the reflector is used for is to block out light, but we don't need to be doing this, especially on this location shoot. So what we're going to do to get the other sides, I'm going to undo this. We're going to reverse it, and we get a white side and now a gold side. Okay, so we're going to do the white first. We're just going to turn this inside out, and I pop it in over here. Now these can be a little bit tricky, so I'm going to try not to embarrass myself too much doing this. I think I've already embarrassed myself with this. So John's going to come and help me just to speed this up. And we've got the zip there. Okay, perfect. Okay, there we go. Okay, right, yeah, so we've got a white side. So as John bounces this back, what you'll notice with this white side, it's going to be a little bit softer bouncing back, and you can always see a little bit there already. So can you see it's a lot softer bouncing back. I'm just going to shoot over John again. I'm just going to get some lovely shots here. Those are really good there. All right, and this reflector is able to illuminate the whole of the Hannah here. So bigger's not always better, but this is a really decent size to actually use, and this is a 110 10cm reflector. Get some really, really lovely ones there as well. And I'm just going to do a few close-up ones if that's okay, because just so you can also see the difference there as well. I'll do just a couple more, just a little bit more zoomed out. Okay, and we're just going to try the gold side. Now, the gold side, I'm not a massive fan of. Unless you have the right skin tone, gold can be very, very difficult to work with. And if we do some shots now, I'm going to let you make up your minds shooting these images with the Hannah. So if we do try the gold side, it might work, it might not. Actually, I'm going to eat my words there, because that actually come out all right. John, I think we just need a little bit softer there. But sometimes the gold can just look a little bit overpowering. So I prefer to normally use a white or a silver reflector. And if I did have to pick, I'd rather pick the silver over the white, because it gives a harder reflection, so it lifts off our subject more. So we just got a few images there. So if we just flip it back round to the white, John, just so then people can actually see. Can you see it's a much softer reflection back? So, but I prefer a lot more striking one personally. But it'd be interesting to know in the comments what you actually think to that. Now, if we take this off, we actually get a diffusion layer. And I don't know how we're going to do this. So maybe Hannah sat down. But we're going to try and get this over, Hannah, to show you the diffusion. So if you are working in very, very bright sunlight, you overhang the inside of this, like so. So then it's over the top. If we've got the diffusion layer in, it actually softens the sunlight, it spreads the light. It's actually made it a lot more softer on the Hannah. So can you see this really harsh line, and we can shoot this shadow side. So if I just do a couple of photos now, may need to open up my slow down my shutter speed a little bit, but we're actually getting a really nice softer light there as possible. So normally this would be overhanging, but we haven't got a large boom arm to actually reach over. But if you'd like to see that, drop a comment below and we will do that video as well. So John's going to hold that in place there. I've only had to drop my shutter speed a tiny bit to 500th of a second, and we just got Hannah fully in the shadow. And when you're looking at the images, our background is not too exposed with the Hannah, so that's come out really well there. Now, as we are in a public village, we just got to be careful of tourists come in past. If you do a location shoot, make sure you've just got a bit of patience, because people are going to keep wandering past. So I hope you have enjoyed that video, just looking at reflectors. I personally prefer the silver side, but let us know in the comments which side you prefer. Thank you so much for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you all in the next video.